Supposedly, the musician Prince has died at the age of 57. I say supposedly because it can't be a coincidence that he's died so close to David Bowie's supposed death. Seeing as they are both obviously sexy musical space aliens, I think it's much more likely that they've both just hitchhiked out of here, and at any moment the Vogons are going to come around to blow up Earth to make way for a highway of some sort. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty crazy idea, but it's not as bad as some of the other hypotheses being thrown about by conspiracy theorists, of whom I should say Prince was one. And yes, this is where I have to sadly inform you that Prince was in fact a conspiracy theorist. He seemed to genuinely believe that contrails, vapors in the sky, are actually chemtrails, chemicals that the government is spraying on the masses in order to mind control them. He was also a Jehovah's Witness. Yes, if you lived in the Minneapolis area while Prince was alive, there was a chance that you would wake up one morning to a knock at the door and you'd open the door ready to yell at people to get off of your step. And standing before you is Prince, wanting to share the truth with you. Jehovah's Witnesses don't allow blood transfusions, which is why there was a long-standing rumor that Prince needed very badly a hip replacement surgery, but refused to get it because it might end up resulting in him needing a blood transfusion. And while I don't agree with Jehovah's Witnesses, I have to say I do kind of admire his commitment to both his religion and his high-heel shoes. Early reports suggested that Prince died of the flu, or flu-like symptoms. A lot of people confuse the common cold with the flu, when in fact they are completely different. The flu can be deadly, usually though in the elderly or in infants or immunocompromised people, which is why it's important for everybody to get flu vaccines to build up a herd immunity to protect all of those people who could end up dying from the flu. I've seen some of my colleagues use Prince's death as an opportunity to educate more people about vaccines, and I'm 100% in favor of more people getting vaccinated, but at the same time, we have to remember we don't even know that Prince died of the flu, and even if he did, we don't know whether or not he was vaccinated. Jehovah's Witnesses used to forbid vaccinations, but back in the 1950s, they saw the writing on the wall and realized that soon they were all going to die of polio if they didn't allow their flock to get vaccinated. So now they leave it up to the individual. And as far as I can tell, Prince has never gone on record publicly to state how he feels about vaccinations. Of course, considering Prince's anti-medicine religion and his anti-science conspiracy theories, I wouldn't be surprised if he was against vaccines. And that's what makes it even crazier that there are some conspiracy theorists out there that are blaming his death on the flu vaccine. There's obviously no evidence to suggest this at all, but when has that ever stopped a conspiracy theory? Other conspiracy theorists claim that Prince died because of chemtrails. Merle Haggard was another chemtrail enthusiast who died recently, and in the world of conspiracy theories, 2 data points makes a rock-solid theory. Their only evidence that I've been able to find them claiming for this quote-unquote theory is that Prince first fell ill while he was on an airplane. And you know what else is in the sky with airplanes? That's right, chemtrails. QED. Obviously, we're going to need to ignore reports that came out recently saying that he probably fell ill on the plane due to an opioid overdose. That's beside the point, and probably just a government cover-up anyway. It remains to be seen whether Prince's death will ultimately result in an increased awareness of flu vaccines or prescription painkiller addictions or chemtrails. But what I hope doesn't get lost in all of this is that regardless of his wacky belief systems, Prince was an amazing human being. Yes, he was a talented singer and songwriter and all-around musician. And also, he was an incredible secret humanitarian who did really great works without ever being public about it, in part because of his religion. And for instance, he helped fund Yes We Code, a huge initiative mostly focused on helping young Black kids learn how to code. So, I mean, Prince was inspiring little nerds. And regardless of his weird beliefs, I think that we can all appreciate that and take inspiration from it.